The Polaris Ace has become to the side-by-side industry what the side-by-side originally was to the ATV industry, completely unknown and totally new. With its inception in 2014, the Ace received varying reviews from the general public. Some loved its designs and had been waiting, others figured it would be a flop. The latter were wrong, and the birth of the side-by-self vehicle has emerged, with not only acceptance, but much anticipation. The first version of the Ace featured a 32 horsepower motor that Polaris doesn't even publish the CCs of on their website. However, it did deliver just enough fun to catch our attention. While its small displacement and lower horsepower still satisfy many, we were left wondering what more power under the seat might feel like, and if this market could become its own with more than just the base Ace, and the 2015 Polaris Intro answered that question completely. With the sales of the Ace growing, Polaris decided it was time to drop the 570 motor from both the Sportsman and Ranger lines under the hood. And now, the fun begins. The 570 motor gave us what we were asking for, the horsepower and torque we'd been waiting for. The Ace had transformed in our minds and become a true performance vehicle that not only pulls its weight, but does it in a way that permanently affixes a smile on your face and leaves you wanting more trails, more jumps, and more Ace. No pun intended. A few weeks ago, I was contacted by Polaris about attending an event that would not only test the bounds of the Ace, but also of me. Naturally, I was in. I've raced in the past, from sleds to side-by-sides and ATVs, and for this event, we would be returning to a venue I was familiar with, the Crawfordsville, Indiana GNCC Ironman, considered to be one of the most grueling cross-country races in all of GNCC racing. And just 2 short years ago, I had the opportunity to race the Ironman aboard a full factory Renegade, having a ton of fun and finishing up third at the end of the day. While I had raced the Ironman on a sporty 4-wheel drive ATV, I had absolutely zero notions that this was going to help me when riding the Ace, because this vehicle is so completely different. Polaris had a full lineup of brand new Ace 570s geared up to conform to the racing standards. The interesting part is that the Ace class is not in the GNCC as of yet, and this inaugural race was not piloted by veteran racers, but a bunch of off-road magazine editors. To say it was going to get rowdy is an understatement. The GNCC Ironman is an impressive event. It draws a huge amount of spectators as well as competitors, and those spectators were interested to see what these little 570s were going to do out on the track. Not having spent much time in the Ace, I was pleasantly surprised with how it handled on the track. I never actually bottomed it out, and it wasn't for lack of trying. The controls are identical to a 2-seat side-by-side, and the fun factor is huge. While I did encounter some issues early on in the race, there is no doubt in my mind that you'll be seeing a lot more of the Polaris Ace out on the race course, not only at GNCC races, but sanctioning bodies across the powersports world. Why is this vehicle getting so much attention? Well, when you're a leader like Polaris and you make a new move, people naturally pay attention. And after spending more time in this vehicle, I realized that it truly is Polaris's Ace in their already stacked hand.
If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then, click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from Dirt Tracks TV.